It's like hidden now. Okay. Okay, I love that you guys are saying that. Yes. Okay, this was so incredible. So I guess while we jump into it, basically what we're doing here tonight, you guys, is I want to do a February kickoff for you guys and also recap just some of the things for you guys. There's no way in half an hour we can go over all of it. Like I'm telling you guys, I literally wrote pages and pages of notes of what I wanted to come back to you guys with. And there's so much. So like, we're going to have to do a specific training. For example, let's do one with like Marielle's wording and like how to reach out to people and how to interact and like how to work your business. Let's do a separate one for that. We can always do one if you guys need help with like everything we learned from like the tax professional and how to do that. That could be a separate Zoom. Like there's so many topics that were just so incredible that I feel like we could actually dive into for so long. But where I do want to start, you guys, is just knowing like this has been so incredible, you guys. Like it was, like I said, the best business training I have ever been a part of. And it's something that, yes, it's hard to get to. I get that. It costs money. You have to have somebody to watch your kids, your dogs. Like it's a sacrifice. We all get that. And they said that so many times while we're there. But if it's something you can do, like literally go out of your way to get there, you guys, it is the most incredible thing. And everybody who was there came home and is ready to go a lot further with their business and feels like they actually have the resources to do it. It is not just a hype event where they get you all excited. They literally teach you how to go home and take your business to the next level. And the people that went are already seeing results. Okay. So before we do anything, I'm going to send you guys a picture in our team chat, which I know I've sent before at convention, but I'm sending it again in case anybody didn't see it. And it's an actual sheet they gave us, you guys. That's a no excuses plan to get to convention. Okay. So it looks like this. Just a second, Heidi. What?
I'm gonna go put these in my back.
Okay. So I sent you guys that form. Seriously, use this and fill it out and get yourself to the next convention. Because it was unreal. Okay. And it's going to change your business. So I'm sorry, I'm looking at notes because I want to make sure we go over everything. So I do want to just quickly recap the things that they announced while we're there in case you guys missed it. There was 3 compensation plan enhancements, which are insane, you guys. So one of them was that they made bonuses bigger. Okay. They literally made them. So I want to make sure I don't say the wrong numbers here. So they made the actual number of the bonus bigger, like more money. Okay. So now, where did I write? Hold on. I want to make sure I give you guys the exact right number. So builder was 100. It's now 165. Pro was 100. It's also now 165. And then executive was 300 and it's now 425. Like those are huge raises, you guys. That's a total of 125. Oh my gosh, I don't even know. Like an extra like $300, you guys. Like insane. Okay. And then also they added 2 new ranks. So they added in executive plus and elite plus. Okay. And they said they're going to change the name on that. That's kind of tentative just because they didn't know what to call it yet. But what that means for you guys is that there is much smaller, literally half of the jump that there was before to get from executive to elite and elite to bronze. Okay. So that means there's more ranks, more bonuses, more pay, like in between the ranks, you now are going to be making more money than you were before. So if you are not like so freaking pumped about that, you're missing how big that is because there are so many people on the team that had gone executive and had been executive for a while, but they hadn't hit elite because it's a big jump. Same with like, there's people that were sitting at elite for a while, but it's literally over double to get to bronze, right? They have crushed that down. So it's only half. So there's literally no reason that we can't have all of you guys going and hitting all these new ranks. And it's more money. Okay. Like put a 1 in the chat. Who is ready to make big money this month? Okay. Like who's in it this month? Who's going to make February freaking huge? Drop a 1 in the chat. Okay. Because I want to do this with you guys. I want to make February so big, like the biggest month we've ever seen. I want to see so many promotions. I want to see people, making enough money to do things that they're proud to share, whether it's paying a bill, paying off some debt, whatever it is. Okay. Oh yes, I love what Riley just did. How about you all type in the chat, what is your rank goal for this month? Okay. And I want you to be realistic with it, but also positive with it. Okay. So whether it's the next rank up, maybe you want to double or triple promote, like whatever it is, I want you to pick it right now, type it in the chat, tell us what your goal is. And then another thing I want you guys to do that I started today, I'm challenging all of you tonight before you go to bed. I want you, whether you use Canva or Over, it doesn't matter what app you use, but I'm going to show you guys what I did today and how we did this. Okay. So I went onto Canva. I want you to pick a picture of yourself. Okay. Like this. And then right in the corner, how many orders you are from your goal. Okay. So mine says 228 orders from silver. So what you're going to do is count it down from 0. Okay. So take what the overall volume is for your goal and you're going to put it into the calculator. Okay. So silver, for example, is 25,000. So I typed into my calculator, 25,000. Then you're going to take away what your volume is right now. Okay. So if I go into my app right now, it's at 2363. So I'm going to take away 2363. Okay. And that gives me 22,637. Okay. So you're basically just getting the volume of what's left. Then you're going to divide it by 100. And the reason we do that is because the average order is about 100, right? Because we want ambassadors coming in with 100. Bronze is 10,000. Yes. Average order is 100. Okay. So you're going to divide it by 100. And that tells you how many orders you need to hit your goal. Okay. And I want you guys to constantly update that all the time so that you know what you need and you are always focused and dialed in. Okay. Because you can have a goal, but if you don't have a plan or a reminder and like something always showing you how close you are, you're not really pushing, right? You need to know how close you are. So for me, I just did the math and it actually says 226. So I can actually go back in to my Canva and put in 226. It already went down 2 orders and it started the day at 250 before everything ran. Like we literally did like, what is that? 24 today. Like that's amazing, right? So I want you guys to do that and update it every single day. And that is going to be your roadmap to how we get there. Okay. So that's the first thing. The other thing that they did, they changed how many months you have to maintain bonuses in order to get them, which is huge. So now Elite, for example, it used to be that when you hit Elite, you had to maintain it for 2 months and then it was cut in half and paid out over 2 months, right? Now it's only 1 and 1. You only have to maintain it one time and then you're paid the whole bonus, all $1,500. Like that is huge, you guys. Companies do not do that. Like there is no other company where you get the whole bonus just like that, paid out in a weekly paycheck. Like you guys think about it. If you were to go Elite, that right there, the bonus plus the set pay is over $2,000, right? Who wants to make $2,000 this month? Because I guarantee any of you could go Elite this month. Elite is only 4,500 volume. Okay, that's only 45 orders. And it's not that you have to just do that yourself. Your team as a whole, 45 orders. That's so freaking simple. That's so simple. Okay, so I cannot wait to see how many of you claim Elite this month and earn over $2,000. Oh my gosh, it's just insane. So before we go any further, I just want 2 of our girls to share with you. Is Cassie on here? Yes, she is. Okay, I'm going to have Cassie unmute and share her testimony with you guys because Cassie is somebody who watched this virtually, but I want her to share. She knows what I want her to share. Take it away, Cassie.
Hey guys, I'm Cassie. I just barely hit builder on my CV rank thing and super excited about it. I've just started with Q in December, so that is huge to me. And I couldn't make it to convention, unfortunately, but I was so glad I got to watch it virtually. I watched Bronze Academy and oh my gosh, like blown away with the amount of training that we got from them. Like it was insane. And they're so real, so real. One of the things that really stuck out to me though is that like watching it virtually versus like wishing I was there, total difference. Like seeing all the pictures and seeing everything on the screen just made me wish I was there so much more. You know what I mean? So that is my drive. Definitely. I will be at the next convention no matter what. But like a lot of the things is like, they're just so real. Like our president, Jake Spencer, so honest, so upfront, so real with you. Like he doesn't bullshit you. Like, excuse my language, but there's nothing that he hides from you, and none of the speakers do. And I got like one of my favorite things was, we're here to help the people. It's not that, of course, we're all here to do, make money and start our businesses and do all of that. And that's that. But we put our people first. And that's the one thing that really stuck out to me at convention is this company puts their people first. And that is something unlike anything that I've ever experienced anywhere in 32 years. And it's just, to me, that really is a big deal. You need to have consistency with that. And just the fact that they're so willing, you always have such support, even, when you're feeling down, they're up on the stage recognizing you and telling you that you're doing good and telling you that, even if you're failing and you feel like you're a failure, you're not. And it's very uplifting. And it was so exciting. And now it's just made me want to just push and push and push. And it's taught me a lot of business tools that I will definitely be using in the future and I've already implemented. But I highly recommend getting to the next convention. Like, get there. I'm going to be there. You're going to be there. We're all going to be there. It's going to be great.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, and then I think Kaylin is going to, but I don't see Kaylin.
I don't fear either.
No, that's okay. Okay, well, we will do many more of these, you guys. But something I definitely. Heidi, can you play with Hayden, please? Get off your. Hold on 1 second. Heidi, get off your iPad and play with Hayden, please. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. 5-year-olds, man. Anyways, one thing I definitely did want to share with you guys that it was one of the speakers that literally I just felt like it was so important. It was part of the Bronze Academy, and I just wish everybody in the world had been there to hear it. So it was Brittany Hitch, and she did this whole training on your ego, okay, and how that can affect your business. And I feel like that is something that so many people, like not just on this team, like everybody in the world needs to hear this, honestly. And it was like a whole hour, and it was probably the best thing I've ever heard, you guys. Okay. So she started out and basically just asked us questions, and she had us be honest with her. And she said, okay, have you ever, been nervous that somebody on your team was going to present, but you were worried they wouldn't do good enough? Or have you ever said that somebody on your team is not ready? Have you ever said they're not doing what they're supposed to? They're not working hard enough? Or are you so nervous that they're going to fail that you won't even let them fail because you just want everybody to win and never do anything wrong? Right? That's so many of us, right? We are so focused. Just a second, Heidi. Okay, fine. Go play with her, please. Oh my God, somebody take my kid. Seriously. Oh my gosh. But anyway, so she asked us all of these questions, okay? And so many people, like, it was honestly like a shock to so many people. Like, they were sitting there like, like attacked, right? But it's so true, you guys. She went into your language, the way you speak about the people on your team, okay? And it could go one of two ways. You could be proud of them and you could be meaning it with good intentions, but are you claiming them in terms of like, that's my elite or that's my executive? Yeah, that's my girl. That's my person, right? Because you're so nervous that somebody else is going to get the credit that you don't even let them grow into themselves as a business owner, right? Like, you're trying to take credit for what they're doing. Watch if you do that, because if you do, you are literally putting a roof on them. You're not letting them take credit for what they're doing, right? Or there's some people who are the opposite and they speak to others negative about their team. Maybe it's like, yeah, well, my team's not working. I didn't hit my promotion because this person didn't do this, or my team didn't do this. My ambassadors didn't do this. And you are literally blaming them. And this for me was huge, because so many people in this business need to realize you are in charge of your own business. Nothing that your team does is responsible for where you are. Okay, where you are in life and in your business is a direct reflection of yourself, not of the people on your team. Okay, so if you have people that are struggling, ask yourself, are you talking about them in terms of them not, Heidi, stop, shush, it's fine. Are you talking about them in terms of like they're not doing good enough so that you can't promote? Or are you claiming them? Like, you need to let them do their thing. Okay. And if you have people that need help, what are you doing to help them? What are you doing? Everything that you think about in terms of your business should be coming back to you. If you have people that are struggling, are you launching them properly? Are you making sure they're doing the next step training? Are you working with them? If they need help, are you getting on a call with them and walking through the business with them, helping them do the tasks? What are you doing to help your team? Right? Like, we need to stop thinking of it in terms of my team doing this, my team's doing that. What are you doing? What are you doing for your business? Okay. That was one training that I was like, okay, everybody needs to hear this, you guys. It was just incredible. Okay. And then she gave this whole list of things we need to do, that we should be doing. And you need to empower them to present. Doesn't matter if you feel like they're ready. Are they ready? Do they want to start becoming a leader? Have them give a testimony on a presentation. Have them do the first few slides just to start off, and then let them try the last few slides. And then eventually they will be ready to do them all. Okay. But you have to let them. They're not going to be better if they don't just start, right? We have to empower our teams to present. That's when they're going to become a better leader. Same with, you have to empower them to do their own launch calls. Are you letting them try? Are you letting them come on and watch you, making sure they're on the calls that you're doing to help their team, and have them take notes, so that after a few, you're going to have them do it. And then you're going to sit on and watch them and give them tips. Okay. So like, are you letting them learn and try it for themselves? And then when you've taken notes and given them feedback, then you let them do it themselves. We have to be empowering them. Okay. And the last thing it says is that failure is required for success. So if you want somebody on your team to be successful, you have to let them fail. You have to let them fail. You cannot make sure that everybody has it perfect before they start, because it will not be perfect. They are going to fail the first few times. Okay. But if they're a true leader and they're really wanting to go big with this, they will learn from it. And that's when they will start perfecting it. Okay. So we have to let our teams fail. They have to go out there and fail in order to be better. Okay. Does this make sense to everybody? Is this like, is that not like a learning lesson for like everybody? Because I know even for me, I literally sat there and I was like, dang, like this is so real. It's so true. Okay. So that was one of the topics that I really wanted to go over with you guys. Another one, hold on, I'm just going to open my notes. The other one I wanted to go over. Okay. Yes. This was another one. I don't remember who spoke on it. Okay. But the other thing they were talking about was about you and how, again, going back to you, right? Everything is about you. Okay. So if you feel like you're not bringing on people that are hardworking, or, you know, that have leadership skills, or that are coachable, or they're polite, like if they don't have the traits you want in your team, you need to ask yourself. There's literally a whole list of questions here that they gave us. Do you attract people, or do you repel them? Based on your energy, are you actually attracting people? Do you have charisma? Are you fun? Are you a positive person that you're going to bring in positive people? Because if you're sitting there being negative, complaining about things, being rude on social media, whatever it is, guess what? You're not going to bring in positive people. Like, are you polite and fun? Because if not, then no, you're not going to bring them on. Do you make people feel comfortable or uncomfortable? Do you push them into doing this with you? Are you so like, I need this, that you come off as desperate? Do you make them uncomfortable? Or do you prejudge people and assume that they wouldn't be good at this, or that they would be better off as a customer, or that, you know, they wouldn't be the right fit? It all comes down to you. Are you enthusiastic and positive? Okay. Do you edify the people you work with? Do you talk about your mentors and how they can help launch people, how they will support your people? Do you edify them? Because if you don't, and these people don't even realize they're going to have mentors to help them, that's like a big loss on your guys' part. I cannot tell you how many times when I make stories or posts about like Kristen or Marielle, people start messaging me because they're like, oh, dang, she has connections and she has people that will support her. And they understand that that means that they're going to get that support too. So make sure you talk about that. Okay. Are you confident? Because if you are not confident in your own business, why would people be confident enough to trust you with their business? That's huge, you guys. That is a huge one. If you are so unsure of yourself and unconfident that you don't feel like you can do lives or stories, you're telling yourself you're not good enough yet, you don't have what it takes to help people, guess what? That will never change. You will never bring people in and help them if you don't show them that you are confident enough to do so. You have to learn to be confident before people can trust you with their business, because this is something that a lot of people go wrong with, you guys. And not meaning like you guys specifically, but I mean you in terms of like people in the world. Okay. When I say you, I'm not attacking anybody, I promise. But like, there's so many people that are focused on, okay, well, this isn't working, or I'm not making money, or like, this is wrong. This is wrong. You are so focused on that. What makes you think that that's going to change, that people are going to trust you and join you when you're not even confident about what you're doing? Right? They won't. And that's why your situation hasn't changed. That's why you haven't promoted, because you're complaining about not promoting. You're complaining about the prices or that things aren't working. And people feel that. You don't think people are going to gravitate towards somebody who is so confident and fun and knows that they can help somebody and that they have the tools to do it? People feel that. So you have to have that confidence in order to bring people in with you and help them. Your situation literally will not turn around, okay, until you have, the confidence, the enthusiasm, the positivity. You have to empower and be the person that you want to be before you actually become them. This was a whole like huge training, you guys, and it was so mind-blowing. Like, you have to show up as the person you want to be, not the person you are today. Because if you show up as the person you are today, there's going to be a lot of people you miss, right? So show up as who you want to be in the future. If you want to be some big leader who enrolls, other big leaders and rock stars and hard workers, you have to show up as one. Do you dress the part? Do you dress classy? Do you take pictures where you look happy and confident? Or are you making it about you, your income, your promotion, how much you need to your next rank? Are you making it about you? Because if you are, you're doing it wrong. You need to make it about the people that you can help. Don't think of it as, I need so many ambassadors for my next promotion. No, you should be asking yourself, how many more people do I need to help to get to my next promotion? Whether that's with the products, whether that's with the business, you need to flick it around so that people feel like, got so into it there. Holy, just kidding. I missed. I went to get my book and I missed. Oh my goodness. But seriously though, like there's so many people, you guys, that, and they use this as an example. Don't hate me if you're somebody who does this. They literally said this at convention. They said the example, or are you the type of person who goes and makes a post that I am this far away from my next rank, who wants to help me? Things like that. That does not inspire people. That does not make them want to come in and work with you. That literally makes them go, okay, so this is about her, right? That's not going to make somebody want to come in and work a business with you, knowing that they're just a number to get you to the next paycheck, right? Like, you have to make it about, I want to help other people. Who needs an extra income that I can help you? And what does it mean for your family? Okay. So that was the biggest thing, you guys, for me. That was one training that I was like, oh my gosh, I wish I could like record it. But yeah, so there's so many on here. Let's do a separate training that's like specifically for like the launch process and what that looks like. Okay. Because there is literally pages and pages of notes here on like what exactly a launch should look like. And then the wording Marielle gave us to sign people. Like, there's so much. Okay. But the last thing I want to end this with, just because Kristen does have her Zoom, is, so hold on, I lost, where was I going with this? Oh, one thing I want you guys to do, there was a few tips they gave me that were literally like so stupidly simple, but they like blew my mind. Okay. So a few things. One is that when it comes to scheduling Zooms with people, okay, whether it's like an onboarding, a prospect call, whatever, Brandon Stevens, he was like, do not let people book more than 5 days out, which sounds so simple. Like, I don't know why I hadn't thought of that, but he was like, everybody go get your Calendly link and change it so you can only do within the next 5 days at most, even do 3 to 5. Because what happens then, if people see that it's now or never, they're not going to book with you in a week from now and then forget about it or get busy or they lose their excitement. Like, no, if they go to your link, it should be, okay, we have times within the next few days. That's it. We're doing it now, right? Place that urgency on it. We're not taking calls weeks from now. We're doing it now or we're not, right? And the other thing that literally is so simple that I was like, oh my gosh, this is like dumb. It's so easy. But one of them was talking about, I don't even remember if it was a training or if I was just talking with one of the top leaders when they said this. But she said, when it comes to launching people, when they sign up, we were having people do the forms first, right? People sign up, we send them the form, we say, okay, do this, and then we'll schedule your launch call, right? I think it was Marielle I was talking to. And she was like, okay, but are you losing people? Like, are people, you send it to them and they don't fill it out. They take too long and then they don't care anymore, right? Like it just takes too long. They lose that excitement and then the anxiety comes in and boom, they're gone, right? It happens to all of us. It happens to me too. So what we're now doing, all of you guys are going to implement this with me today. I have done it since the last day of convention and it has changed everything. Okay. So when people sign up now, the first thing you're going to say to them, of course, say like you're excited they're in, like congratulate them, introduce yourselves. Of course, be personable first. But then the next thing you're going to say is you're going to say, okay, awesome. When do you have an hour that we can hop on Zoom and launch this for you? And you're going to schedule that launch call before anything so that it's booked. They don't have as much time as they need. It's booked, right? And then when that is booked, then you say, okay, perfect. Here's your form. Have this filled out by the time the call is on. Boom. They have no option anymore. They know this is important. It has to be done before their launch call, and their launch call is within their first few days. It's not a week from now. We're not giving them as much time as they need anymore because some people take too long, their nerves get in the way, and then they're gone. So we're not doing that anymore. We are literally, it's so small. It's literally the simplest thing. And it has changed everything because people are so excited when they join, right? When you ask them right when they join, they're like, yeah, let's do it now. Let's do it tomorrow. Like it's booked ASAP, right? And then for you to give them the form and say, okay, this has to be done. Okay, they're excited. They do it on the spot, right? So it has just been the biggest change ever to switch those two things, and it will change your business. I promise. Okay. So that was the last kind of tip I'll share for tonight, just because we do have to hop off. But one thing I want to say, you guys, is we do have a recording. Anybody who bought tickets, they actually did just send out an email like 5 minutes before this with the recording. So if there is somebody that, you know, you missed it, but you desperately do want to see all of convention, send me a message. I don't want people to feel, you know, like they missed out. I will give you the login to watch it because it is that business changing. But if we do that, I want you to like promise me you're going to watch like every minute of it, right? I'm not giving you my login unless you're going to sit down and watch the entire thing over a few days. Okay. So I'll give you guys that. And then one thing I want to do for you guys to make February really big, just a second, honey, I'm almost done, is, okay, make sure you have your 100 PV because you got to be qualified for pay. Okay. And when that is done, and you are going to come to the next convention, I want to get on a call with you. Let's schedule a call. You can message me. Let's figure out a time, even like 20 minutes. Let's just do anybody who wants a one-on-one call. Okay. As long as you're qualified, because that's how I know like who's really running this month, right? I want to work with you guys and let's sit down and let's for 20 minutes, figure out your lists, what you're going to do this month, what rank we're shooting for, how many orders you need, like, and let's just dive into it. Okay. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. Perfect. Or if you have a day set for it, that's good too. Okay. As long as you know like when and where it's happening and that it will be done, let's get on a call. Let's schedule those. But yeah, I have to hop over to Kristen's. But with that being said, I'm going to start doing weekly calls as well, you guys, so that there's a training for our team every single week. And so we can implement a lot of this in there. Like I said, we'll do ones for the exact system and like what that looks like and like what every minute of the launch looks like and things like that. So we'll do lots of those too, but I just wanted to do this as kind of like a hype for February. It's just, you need to get your ticket to the next event. They came out with a promotion, you guys. People in their first 30 days get 50% off. So it's only $100. And that is huge. I did 2 launches today, you guys. And by using that, both people, 2 out of 2, are buying their convention ticket and coming to the next one because we told them how huge it is and that they get 50% off if they buy their ticket now. And people will do it if you do it. If you set the expectation that this is going to take their business huge and make them a lot of money, they will do it. And I promise you, the more people you have at the next convention, the bigger your business is going to be. Okay. So let's hop over to Kristen's. She's going to have a lot of good stuff as well. And then we will talk later. Okay. Bye guys.